What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week we're building tyre swing carriers. So we're going to start on this. Also, the bar is painted and fitted. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Stick around. So first coat's on, but this is sort of these like things through here. Like, I don't mind that this doesn't look great. It is what it is, and there's probably a couple of little things I can sand it a bit better, especially around this one. But that, and then there's like a couple of dents up here. Like, Raptor would hide all that. I don't know. I'm probably just going to put it on like this, a couple more coats, and then live with it for a while. Raptor's just too out of my budget. But holy shit, that looks mad. Fucking A. It's absolutely filthy because it's been raining, but fucking A. Look at this thing. Yeah, that's fucking mad. So thinking about the tyre swing carrier, I'm thinking that that's going to be on sort of like a 3/4 arm. Try and get the wheel sort of sitting there kind of thing. And then 2 fuel carriers sort of there. So I think it's going to be an off-center mount. I'll try and center as much as possible. And then I've bought some lockable handles. So the same sort of like hooks over, clamps down, but it actually locks into position. So in rough running around, it's not going to flick off. And that's it. Now it's got to wait for everything to come in. All right, time to start the tyre swing. So we cut the size, and then I've checked this out, so that's going to go like that. Pretty nice tight fit, but we'll get it on the car and have a look there. So that's pretty center of this here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a 1mm packer in on this side just to give it a 1mm offset, and then we'll tack it in. I'm pretty happy with where it sits for now. We can cut it back if we need to. So what we'll do, we'll just get the upstand and the return and get this wheel sort of where we want it to sit, and then we'll think about the fuel carrier. All right, this is all welded in on the first one. A little bit of slag here, but boy, oh boy, you can see these welds are in and good. So I'll let this cool down, and then we'll fit on this one. I've got the other one nearly welded in. I'll just let it cool down before I do the top and bottom, and then we'll mount them on the car and cut the lengths, and then start on the tyre carrier. They match up pretty nice. Funny enough, I had to drop 3mm out of that one, which might have just been me not positioning those tyre swings correctly in the first place. But I kind of wanted that to be equal when they met. I didn't want them to be stepping. So, and you know what, I'm kind of right. Like, I did put these a mil higher in the center on both of them, and like just a bit of hand movement, I can get that budging 1/2 mil to a mil. No problem at all. So there is going to be a bit of flex in this whole thing, and I'm glad I offset that a little bit and that 1mm. Just having a little bit of breathing room to when it sags, it's not going to do anything bad. I really am happy with that. All right, so we're going to cut this one to size, I reckon. But I'm kind of going to get like I don't have a spare wheel yet, but I'm kind of just going to try and work out where I want the wheel to sit, and then work out measurements and dimensions from there. All right, so the plan is I'm going to try and keep the tyre as far in as possible. I actually want to just cover my headlights a little bit, and the reason is I've bought LED strip lights to go along here, and I really want them to be able to pop when the spare tyre's on. So I think having it that way as much as possible is going to look the nicest. I don't want to have it centered, A, because there's going to be 40 kilos of fuel or water on this side as well with 2 jerry cans, but this side we want to keep it balanced as possible. Look at that. That is bloody nice. So that's the upstand done. We'll lay it down and mark up a return angle and then get that welded in. All right, that is cut. What I might do, because it's sitting a little high, it's just I didn't allow for these welds. So what I might do is cut it a little bit square here, and then hopefully it shifts and just drops a little because we are high. All right, that's pretty good. It's sitting nice and flush down there. It is high up here, but you know what? I'm actually gonna form part of the carrier to overlap this and then weld all around the top. So a bit of 5mm plate, I reckon will do it just fine. I've got some left over, so what I'll do, I'll tack this into place now like this, and then we'll refit it to the car and have a look at what we need to adjust. We hit. You can see the back angle that I've put on it. It's probably a little too much. Damn, like really good welds as well. What am I gonna do, Jay? What am I gonna do? So here's a thought, and I'm gonna put this out onto social media. I'm thinking if we foam back this, because realistically, there is about 1 millimeter of play between the bar and the car. Now, if I put a bit of 3mm foam up top, and then this latch, I offset this latch so it sits like 1 millimeter proud, then I'm sort of giving myself, you know, let's say, I'd be giving myself sort of 3mm play. I know that's not much, but with foam, it's not going to rub. Like it'll rub, but it won't rust or like wreck or destroy. I don't think. Even like a bit of rubber, not foam. And we just, you know, and we just foam this whole back. I'm gonna bench that side for now until I work out what I want to do. In the meantime, I'm going to cut that one and just close the ends on both, and yeah. Oh. All right, so this is where we're at. This, it's got an end on it. It's pretty good. This one does not yet, as I need to go back for this problem. So I will hopefully come back to you guys in a couple of seconds for you guys with some solutions. So the plan's going to be sort of from a rough point around a 10mm clearance. We're going to cut, and we're going to cut 3mm in so that we keep this face, and we're going to cut like a small V that's to 10mm on both sides, and then we're actually just going to clamp that end over so that we sort of get this run and then it dives in, and then hopefully that buys us 10mm that we need. So that's going to be the plan. I'll pull this off and cut it up. remove this section and then refit it. Alright, so first revision of that being cut down is pretty good. Sorry, it sits about there. So definitely got 10 mil or so clearance. We'll probably get as low as about 6 just at that cut. So what I might do is just run the blade a little bit lower and just try and pull that in just a couple more millimeters, and then that's pretty good. I'll weld that into position. All right, I've bashed it a little bit more. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get much more unless I really cut all the way down to here, and I don't want to do that. I want to try and keep as much integrity into this thing. I'm already cut over halfway down, and I reckon that's pretty good. I'll offset this about 3 mil, and I should, at my closest point here, be at about 10 millimeters, and I've definitely got, you know, I can fit my fingers in here behind there, so that'll definitely be a winner. That is on. The welds are actually pretty average, but I didn't want to take too much because I'm welding it from the outside corner versus the inside corner. I just really worry about getting it flush, and look, it's going to be hidden by a tyre, so I really don't care. But that's going to be, I'm pretty sure that's going to be pretty good clearance. Look, we'll see. We'll get it all fitted. We'll get the locks into position. We can adjust it, try and get 10 mil out of that little spot there, but I think this is pretty good. So anyway guys, that's all on. I'm going to leave it at this for this week. So next week we'll get the brackets on, fuel carrier mounted, and the full tyre swing all finished off, clips in place, ready to paint. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.